In this video, we're going to talk about using AI to help you edit faster with Eddy AI. Shamir, good to see you.
Yeah, you too. Thanks for having me.
I know, thank you. I know, well, I've got a couple Eddy AI videos and done stuff, but it's good to see you in person.
Yeah, you too.
People not familiar, kind of give me the high-level overview of what is Eddy AI.
Absolutely. Eddy AI is really your AI assistant video editor for video professionals. And it's really trying to get you from raw footage to rough cut swiftly.
Okay. And it works with all
it's
the
built for your workflow.
NLEs.
Exactly. So on the ingest, supports raw codecs. It supports like all sorts of like crazy frame rates, all that stuff. And on the NLEs, it supports pulling clips, multicam sequences from your bin in your NLE, and Eddy will do the edit and then send that back to the bin in your NLE.
Yeah. Can you give me what demo do you have set up?
Yeah,
what do you want to run through?
I'll talk you through
because you got a couple different modes.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll talk you through one of our like newest things, and this is like where Eddy places your real B-roll footage on the A-roll story spine. So imagine you have like a branded corporate doc. Eddy is very much like a chat-based, prompt-based video editor. The prompt seems like the de facto standard to start every app. But Eddy really tries to align with you like a teammate, right? Eddy's not trying to be another timeline editor, it's really trying to be a teammate. Hey, what's the target duration? We said 10 minutes here. Great. Eddy proactively suggested a story frame rate. It defaults into the hero's journey for this story, but you can give it any story framework you want. You can say, I actually like this, move this around. I said, I like this, great, awesome. And then asked about pacing. Once we aligned, Eddy started to cut that story beat by beat, the intro beat, conflict, so I could play the video in line here. I can read the text of that beat. I can iterate on it. It's 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Maybe I want it shorter. Maybe I want it longer. Goes to the next beat, the conflict, resolution, conclusion. Here's the final cut. And then it says, hey, do you want to play some B-roll footage? And I'm like, absolutely. So it's gone in. It's like logged the B-roll. So you can see here, here's all the apron shots. Here's the dough and prep shots.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so it's logged everything. It then found the best subclip, created a sequence, and then placed that B-roll sequence on the A-roll edit. So you can see the sequences it created. And all this goes to your bin in your NLE. You get these log footage. It's adjusted the clip name to reflect it. It's all searchable metadata. And then it went and placed the B-roll on that A-roll spine. So this lady has a donut shop, and all of a sudden, now you have like the B-roll placement, the B-roll sequences that reflect what she was talking about in that story.
The A-roll analysis, the B-roll analysis, that's been really handy because, like you said, it goes back to your whatever editing program you're using.
Exactly.
The data is kind of packed into markers and other searchable fields. And I've had moments where like it's pulled text off of like road signs that I didn't even realize, where I'm like, I need a shot of like the city sign, and then it was like in a random shot that I forgot about, and it like had the text, like it read the text and put it in the searchable metadata.
But wasn't it insane, that example you sent me last year where you showed it like a small little clip and it knew exactly its location?
Yes,
that was exactly the location on this highway.
Yeah, that was a desert shoot.
Wasn't that insane?
And it pulled it off a road sign, and it knew the street.
Even I was blown away by that. I'm like, I work on this every day. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I'm like, I need shots in that location, and it knew the location.
And people have told us that they like literally have a shot of a cliff.
Yeah.
And Eddy's like figured out exactly where that cliff is on what coastline, and it's like amazing. It's like really powerful.
It's cool stuff.
Yeah. So I mean, this really gets back to like, there's video editing, and then there's all of these jobs that make up video editing. A lot of them are tedious or frustrating. Can Eddy help you move the edit forward faster so you're liberated to bring your full creative self to the story? Yeah. That's really what we're trying to do here.
And so you demoed this as kind of the rough cut mode, but then you have like the chat mode.
Exactly. Chat is like, hey, you want some social clips?
Which, when you're talking about the like stuff about saving time, this has been handy of, hey, I need all these sound bites where someone talks about this thing.
Exactly. And you can give it like really subjective generic prompts. I gave it like a really generic prompt right here, and it's saying like, hey, customer is asking to align what I want to anchor this.
So you're like giving moments about where they talk about customer service.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And once you do that, then like Eddy goes in and does the work. Eddy's really trying to be a teammate. You want to align with you on what you want, and then it'll go and execute it. And so it's like analyzes the footage and then uses the prompt as the lens in which to cut it with.
And can you talk about, because you're doing a lot of like orchestration under the hood, and I'm sure everyone has tried to give transcripts to like ChatGPT or Claude.
Within seconds, it's ready.
Yeah. I'm sure everyone's trying to give
The thing with the LLMs, they're not built for visual storytelling. Mm-hmm. We have fine-tuned these models so they are applicable for visual storytelling. That's really part of what makes Eddy Eddy. It's like it's really built for the pro storytellers, and really you need these LLMs built for visual storytelling. And so like, anyone can just like take transcripts from Premiere, drop it into an LLM. Firstly, like we connect to your source clip. There's no scrubbing, relinking, that's all done. Secondly, on the story crafting side, this is like trained for pro storytellers.
Yeah, there's a lot of orchestration that's like putting it together and sending it back to your editing program.
Yeah, I mean, it's not just like speech rec, throw the transcript into LLM. That's like where we launched in October 2024, 2 years ago.
Yeah. A lot's changed.
A lot has changed.
What are the kind of new features you have at NAB?
So a big thing that people kept asking us for is like, hey, I've had this insane shoot and I would love an AE just to get started on it. Mm-hmm. Can you help me? And so we've launched with version 3 night shift mode. And night shift mode is like, you can use Eddy, you can dump in the footage from your SD card into Eddy. Eddy will work overnight with the most powerful models to sort between A and B roll, sync interviews, log the footage, and then create the assembly edit with A rolls and B rolls ready before the editor gets into work the next morning. It's insanely powerful, literally like.
So because normally with Eddy now you have to be like, this is it, this is A-cam, this is audio, this is B-roll. Yep. Now you're saying I could just give
and you have to babysit it. You kind of have to be like, okay, problem is.
So now you're saying I can just give it everything.
Exactly.
I don't have to sort it out. It sorts it for me.
Exactly. And besides just like the Eddy app, you could even text Eddy.
Okay.
Wrap that shoot. You're on the Uber ride back home. Hey Eddy, here's my Frame.io link. We did camera to cloud, or here's the footage. The videographer sent me the footage is in Google Drive. Just text Eddy the link to Google Drive, Dropbox, Frame.io. Eddy will automatically pull the footage and start analyzing and editing.
That's cool. Any other plans of what you can text it or requests? Like other features you can text it?
Yeah, I mean, you can do podcast edits, docu-style edits, shorts, a whole bunch of them. Scripted edits,
That's awesome. How are you thinking about things in the future as far as kind of more of these agentic AI workflows, or being able to for Eddy to interface with an OpenClaw or chat apps or other connected AI agents?
Yeah, I really think having this interface is the power here. I think that's really, really important. We are deep built this for pros, for video pros. And so just a generic LLM, that's why we don't think that just dropping transcripts into chat was a very durable way. Because you want to place B-roll. At some point you want to place B-roll. You need everything to be really built for pros, and this type of app that has these integrations. I think this is the right approach.
Yeah, or I'm thinking of other cases where it's I want, if I had an AI agent managing my social media, and it's oh, hey, we need to find a clip.
Yeah.
Could it interface with Eddy to tell it, oh, hey, we need a clip.
Yeah.
I was thinking about where are these future.
I think it's honestly, quite frankly, the way we build our roadmap, you tell us.
You have that.
Yeah, you tell us what you want. We take customers and their requests very seriously. It really helps inform and guide our roadmap.
Cool. How do you use it, and sort of what are the plan options if someone wanted to get onto Eddy AI?
It's free to get started. You get a number of credits for free to play with.
Okay.
You can stay on pay as you go. A lot of our freelancers have occasional work. You just buy credits as and when you need.
Is it credits based on duration that it's processing?
No, it's based on per project. So project in Eddy, to export an unlimited number of times from one project is 1 credit. So you can just buy a credit as and when you need.
Okay.
Those who have regular work, they find, and want larger project sizes, they find benefits in the subscription plan. So you get the Pro plan, $200 a month, and there are other additional plans based on team size, number of edits.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Shamir.
Awesome. Thank you.